present. Ladies and gentlemen, I've always thought of life as like this one-way street, and you head down, and as you do, it sort of disappears behind you. You can't go back, present. Once you started this damn journey, you can only go forward. So you got two choices. One, you get scared, you give up, and then you burn up. And the second one, you say, he okay, present. Heed of fear, then you barrel through it. And when you come out on the side, I guarantee you're going to be stronger than you ever thought possible, present. I didn't come this far to just break down and lose. Now I'm a winner. I'm going to win. I'll do whatever the hell it takes to get through this, present. Every one of my successes is stacked on top of failure. Failure is just another peg in the ladder for me to go higher, present. Some of you in this room today need to change your mind because some of you are thinking about giving up because you're in a season of failure, present. But just because you failed doesn't mean that God doesn't have a bright future in store for you. It is always too soon to quit. I can't quit. I can't stop. I can't get tired. I can't give up, present. I can't. Why? My mama's counting on me. My wife is counting on me. When you ain't got nothing left in your tank, you got to think about the people in your life that you're doing this for, present. If you can think about them, you can go one more mile, you can go one more day at work. When you're doing it for somebody else, when you're like that lion grinding, if we don't grind, present. If I don't grind, they don't eat. I wish I could tell you you're tired, go take a break. I wish I could tell you it's going to get easier, present. I wish I could tell you that if you just keep going, it's going to get lighter. The weight is going to get lighter. I wish I could tell you that, but that's not the truth, present. The truth is you got to find something within. You got to find something within, and that's got to push you, and that's got to elevate you, and that's got to drive you, present. And that's got to move you. When you find out what your why is, when you find your why, you don't hit snooze no more. When you find your why, you find a way to make it happen, present. Failure gives you two choices. You stay down or you get up. Well, I'm up and I am fired up because I have figured it out. I can stay down or I can get my ass up, present. And I'm in the getting up business. You have to find a dream that's so big that it overwhelms all of your fears and causes you to never give up, present. Everybody on the way to where you're trying to get to, you have a decision one day. You can go forward or you turn back. The problem is the average person turns back from their dream, present. You have the vision. You believe in the vision. You are sure, positive that if other people could see your vision, they would be amazed, present. Your goals and dreams have to be bigger than your problems. If you're going through hell, keep going. I mean, why would you stop there? You know, I was in hell, so why stop now, present? If you're going through hell, you should keep going. The way you get to the next level of your life is keep going. Keep going, keep running, even when it turns into chaos, present. You cannot be great if you cannot operate in chaos. How many times in your life have you gone through something you thought you wasn't going to make it, present? What you have to do is to be steady in the storm. If you're steady, you're going to outlast it. If you're steady, you're going to outlive it. If you're not steady, present. It's only because you don't have the faith to believe that there's something on the other side of it. It's so easy to put things off. It's so easy to say you're going to do it tomorrow. Well, present, I want you to reprogram your brain and tell yourself that tomorrow is not a viable option. Tomorrow doesn't work, you do it today. You get it done today. That's what you do, present. Always go to something bigger than yourself. My problem is so many times you've thrown big ideas at small people. You know, having faith, present. You know that you're doing what you're supposed to be doing is one thing, but you got to believe that this is your destiny and this is what you're supposed to be doing in life. You know, present, if you really want it. And I think as a human sometimes you feel like you always got to wait for the right time. What makes sense to you to actually start executing, to actually start, present. Stop making excuses to doing the things that you always really want to do. You know, I'm guilty of that. I'm starting to find myself now being like, no, present, there is no right time to do anything. You just got to start doing. Until you have had the taste of finishing, you will not respect yourself. Until you follow through, present, until something is done, tears and struggles and pain, and you go through it anyway, and you show up and you continue to fight on, no matter the circumstances. After a while, present, something begins to wither inside of you. It's an urge. Every president has felt it. Every king has felt it. Every lion has felt it. Every winner has felt it. Every soldier has felt it, present. Every victorious person has felt it, the urge to quit. Don't you give up on your greatness. It was very difficult to pick myself up each day believing that I could do it, present. There were times that I doubted myself. There are many people who have the limitations in their minds, who have lost that fire in their eyes, who because of the experiences of life have said, present. No, I can't do that. A lot of people never try anything differently because when they thought about doing something at some critical point in their life, present. Somebody they respected and honored, someone they trusted, said, you can't do that, and they accepted that, present. Most people aren't obsessed with their goals because they don't believe they're worthy of them. It's easy to dream about what you want. We're all looking for this golden purpose. Present. Is it this? Is it that? Is it making money? The purpose is you. Every hamdauhain day I wake up, and I don't want to do some hey, you want to walk around all day knowing that you could present, but you didn't. What I tell people is to get after it. I tell people to do the things that they know they're supposed to do. Present. There are things that you know you're supposed to do as a human being, things that you know are going to improve your life. Do those things. Present. There are things that you know are going to make you a worse person and make your life worse. Don't do those things. You have to start living your life in expectation. Present. You have got to start expecting great things to happen for you in order for it to happen. If you live your life in expectations, that's what happens to you. If you live your life in despair, present, that's what happens to you. How do this have to happen to me? It was very hard, and here's what I want to say to you. For those of you that have experienced some hardships, present, don't give up on your dream. 50% of winning is showing up for the fight. The fight is half over when you show up. You'll never win a fight you don't show up for. Present, I'm showing up for this. Here I am ready for duty. I am through hiding in the shadows for fear that I might fail. I'm going to face this head on and let the chips fall where they may. Present. Telling yourself every day, here I go again, and I got what it takes. This is my day, and nothing out here is going to stop me. You have to eat the dream. You have to sleep the dream. Present. You have to dream the dream. You have to see it when nobody else sees it. You have to believe it when you cannot see it. There's more in you right now that's represented in your bank account. Present. There's more in you right now that's being reflected by your life right now. Your life is not a true reflection of your potential. You have greatness within you. Zent. You have the ability to do more than you can ever begin to imagine. There is no shame in wanting something. This whole world is based on wanting something. You've got to discover your gift. Present. And when you discover it, you got to soak it. You got to wring it out. Man, you got to diversify it. Most of us only have one talent, but do you know that's all you need? Present. If you just understood the principle of success, you could be successful. It doesn't matter what, anybody can be successful. You just got to adhere to a few things. Present. And what you got to adhere to is not hard. The hard part is believing that it is applicable to you, but everybody is designed to be successful. You just got to get out of your way sometimes. Present. Suppose this day is all that's left. Suppose wherever you come from you won't have time to return there and say bye-bye. How will you use your time if you have this attitude, present, that kind of earnestness? I think a lot of things will change, and so much for better. Nothing to carry over, no account for tomorrow. Everything today, you've made no progress, none, present. You never moved, you might even be further from your goal than you were. Why? Why did you let that happen? You think to yourself, maybe I can't do it. And so you give up, you let it fade, present. And you settle for mediocrity, you settle for average, you settle for all well. But no, don't do that, man, life's short. Go harder than you did last year. Zent. Whatever you thought you did, it wasn't enough. Go harder and find a way to enjoy it. That's when you master the game. Every problem that we have can be looked at two ways. Present. We can look at it as a difficulty to get rid of, or we can look at it as a message from our true selves. Any problem comes along not in order to make our life miserable, present, but actually in order to make our life less miserable. And the suffering that it imposes is an attempt to wake us up. Nobody in life is flawless. Nobody is perfect. It's impossible. Present. You can try to be as perfect as you want, but ultimately you're going to come across mistakes. You're going to come across flaws. Present. I think the real perfection is in perfecting your imperfection. Present. The knowledge that you have emerged wiser and stronger from setbacks means that you are ever after secure in your ability to survive. It's all on you. Do something about it every day. Present. Every day do something that moves you toward that goal, that keeps the goal alive and in sight and in focus. However small or insignificant that step might seem, take it. Do it. Present. Do that little piece. Make it happen, because that goal isn't going to achieve itself. Don't half-ass it. Think about it. If you're going to do something, present. If you've chosen to do something, whatever it is, easy or hard, if you give it your all and you don't half-ass it, win, lose, draw, get what you want, don't get what you want, present. Whatever the outcome is, if you don't half-ass it, at least you're not going to have to wonder, oh, would the outcome have been different? What if I did give it my all? And boy, present, wondering that is what keeps us up at night. I think the number one thing is you have to have a very clear vision, a very clear goal of where you want to go, present. Because only then will you get there. You can have the best airplane or the best ship in the world, but if the captain doesn't know where to go, he will just drift around, present. I think the key thing is that we know where we're going. Don't listen to the naysayers, because there are always people out there who will tell you that you will not be able to do that, present. Forget it. It's a stupid dream that you have, a crazy vision. Those don't listen to the naysayers. If you find your passion, you're going to have this tremendous energy, present. It's sustainable energy. But momentum requires you always do the next thing to keep the momentum going. The reason you get yourself in a passionate place is so that you change your life, present. And the only thing that changes your life is making a decision. So while you're in this passionate state, that's where you make decisions. A decision is the first step, present. Your mind is thinking about it. All these dungeons that we've created, all these trap doors, most of the time we quit because we don't have any mental tools to get us through the other side, present. So my whole thing for people is you have to examine why you are doing it in the first place. What I discovered was that you don't have to be born in a certain family, present. You don't have to have a certain socioeconomic status. It only takes one thing to get what you see other people have that you want, and it's called effort. You out of place, present. You don't belong there. You are a royal priesthood. You jump along at the bottom, and it's time for you to get your butt from down there, present. It's time for you to stop being comfortable at the bottom. Get your butt up and get to where you're supposed to be. Do what you're supposed to do, live like you're supposed to live, present. You are an embarrassment to the kingdom. You got to get this beast mode. You got to embody beast mode. Everything about you has to say, I ain't playing. If it's to have, present. I'm going to get it, and I ain't leaving none of it behind. It's mine. Stop thinking, worrying, looking over your shoulder, hoping for some easy way out, and just do, present. How desperate are you for what you want? Do you want it as bad as breathing? Do you want it as bad as anything you ever wanted in your life? If you calibrate it at the highest enough levels, present. What I found is that the people that are the hungriest find a way. When you're desperate, you find reserves and reservoirs of ideas, talents, and a strength that you don't know you have, present. When you find yourself in a desperate situation, even if you get knocked down, get back up, you get back up, you get back up, present. And you continue to throw against the wall because you believe in the purpose. You find value in it. That was Michael Jordan. He said, I failed over and over and over and over again. Present. I failed, and that's why I succeeded. That's why I need you to walk out there, no more 50%. No more 70%, no more. I want us at 85% to climb there, present. There's two sides of pain. There's one side of pain that's the suffering and discomfort side of pain. But then there's another side of pain that's called effort. It's called glory, present. If you never tap into it, it's because the first time you felt that you backed off, the first time you felt that burn, the first time you felt that it's too much, present. We rationalize with ourselves to where we automatically stop. That's why a bunch of us give up so much in life so quickly, present. But suppose I told you the greatest pain of my life is the reason I'm standing here today. Sometimes we think the pain is what controls us. It's actually our subconscious mind that, present. If we ever tapped into it, that's what dictates most of our lives. Literally, what I've learned in these moments is that I have to stop listening to myself, present. And I have to start talking to myself. I'm like, Rich, you're great. I'm like looking at me like, you can do this, Rich, you can handle this. Rich, this is not a big deal. Rich, present. This is going to pass. You've got to find ways to increase your sense of self-appreciation, because if you don't, you're bombarded with negative stuff every day that beats you down, present, and you will find yourself unconsciously engaged in self-destructive behavior. If you don't program yourself, life will program you. You've got to get grounded, present. You've got to train your mind to serve you. Just make up your mind this is not going to control you. You've got to make a declaration that this is what you stand for, present. You're standing up for your dreams. You're standing up for peace of mind. You're standing up for health. You want it, and you're going to go all out to have it. It's not going to be easy, present. When you want to change, it's not easy. If it were in fact easy, everybody would do it. But if you're serious, you go all out and say, in spite of this, I'm in control here, present. I'm going to turn this situation around. I'm not going to sit back and moan and cry over what happened and what went wrong and who did what, present. I'm going to do something about this situation. When God gives you a dream, the dream will always be tested. The pressure in your life right now has a purpose. It's not crushing you, present. It's pushing what's on the inside of you out. It shows you who you are. It's a dogfight. It hasn't been easy. It's a dogfight. The road hasn't been success. Like, it's just a paved road like present. It should go this way. It's been rough. It's been crooked. It's been hard. But I've made up in my mind that I will get a reward for the pain that I go through, present. I will not stop in the middle of the process. I will not be defeated. I will not be destroyed. I will take everything that happens in my life, present, and I will allow the pain to push me to greatness. You will not break me. You will not stop me. You will not defeat me. The only way I lose is if I quit. It's going to be a dogfight, present. I choose to fight back. Life is rough. You can allow it to destroy you, or you can allow it to build you up. Draw the line, ladies and gentlemen, and just say, present. Enough is enough. Get out of that narrow-mindedness. Get out of that defeated mentality. Get away from that circle. Get away from those people that don't wish you any good, present. Get away from those people that don't want you to succeed. Get out of the tent. There's nothing as powerful as the human spirit. You can't destroy it. You can pervert it, present, but you can't destroy it. If you lose the job, keep the faith. If you lose the spouse, keep the faith. If you have to downsize, keep the faith. If you have to move in with your mama, present, keep the faith. If you're at your wit's end, keep the faith. If you have to catch the bus, keep the faith. If you get sick, keep the faith. If you lose the kidneys, keep the faith, present. If you've got heart trouble, keep the faith. You might not get a new heart, but you've got to keep your faith. If you can't fly, run. If you can't run, walk. If you can't walk, crawl, present. But by all means, keep moving. The guy was the new owner of a baseball team that was in the basement of the league when he took it over. He went to the pitcher and said, present, what is your best throw? He said, well, I got a good curveball and I've got a good fastball. He went on talking about his different throws. He said, but tell me this, present, what is your best throw? He thought for a moment. He said, I've got a good fastball. He said, that's all I want you to work on, nothing else, present. Just develop your fastball. The next year they went to the World Series. Most people don't know what their fastball is. Most people go through life never discovering what their talents are, present. Most people never develop their talents. They have skills and abilities, but if you don't nurture them, if you don't develop them, they will never serve you, present. Your gifts can take you many places. If you develop your gifts, you'll be surprised at the things that you're able to do when you learn how to block things out, present. When you learn how to keep thine eyes single, learning how to concentrate, learning how to focus, and deciding that you're going to focus to develop your skills, present. You'll be surprised of the ideas that will come to you, of the people that you'll be able to attract, of the opportunities that you'll be able to see, present. You'll begin to see things that have been staring you in the face, saying, I can't believe this has been here all this time. But you can learn all the techniques in the world, present. If you don't believe in yourself, it won't happen for you. You've got to focus on you, and as you convince you, as you sell yourself every day, present, every day, you will begin to see a difference in the things that you're doing. Selling yourself on your ability to perform a job, to achieve a certain objective, telling yourself every day, present, here I go again and I got what it takes. This is my day and nothing out here is going to stop me. Decide that you're going to push yourself, present. You have something that you brought to the universe, and if you decide that my life deserves my developing this, what I do well, and becoming the best at it, and mastering myself, present, and seeing what I have within me, I grant you that your gifts will take you places that will literally amaze you. So you've got to work on it. When other folks are having a good time, present, you've got to have the strength of character to concentrate, to read, to digest information. Never, present, ever allow anybody to make you feel bad about being so blessed when you've worked your ass off to get it. You decided all the clubs, partying, hanging out, present, popping bottles with models. None of that she is for me. I'm going to be out here running in the hot sun, practicing, playing basketball, present. Shooting on weekends while everybody else is clubbing and hanging out. You got your focus right. As you begin to develop and expand your skills and your talents and your vision of yourself, present, you will always be in control of your destiny. Because everywhere I look and everywhere I see in today's society, everybody's doing everything they can to be more comfortable, present. They're looking for the more convenience, they're looking for the quicker, they're looking for the faster. And see, there's opportunity in that for those of you that want to get better, present. Because I'm going to tell you right now all the reasons that these successful people that you look up to, that you aspire to be like, present, are the way they are have all come from a place of being uncomfortable. Understand that when you're trying to avoid the pain, when you're trying to avoid the struggle, present, when you're trying to avoid the hard things, you are actively choosing to be average. You are actively choosing to be mediocre, present, and you are actively choosing to move further away from what you want in life. Because that hardship and that pain and that struggle, present, they give you the skills that will forge you into a Mother Dauhin champion. We do not retreat, we do not give up, we do not surrender, present. And the reason why most of you are not successful is because every single time stuff is not going your way, you give up. You quit, you let go, and people feel weakness, they feel it, present. You can feel when somebody's not committed, when they're not all in, when they're not dedicated. And there's another level you get to when you go all in, present. Look at your belief system every single day and stick with it. Don't rush the process, trust the process. Don't rush the process, trust the process, present. People who do stuff can instantly and on time surpass people who are talented and gifted. You guys have got to believe in yourself. Headstrong, mentally tough, present. It's the only way through the howdy here in life, present winners. The difference between them and the spectators is that the winners have a belief that overrides the crowd's disbelief every single time. Their belief is so strong, present. Even though they hit failure, they get knocked on their ass. They find intestinal fortitude, stand back up again, facing the same challenge, learning from the previous mistakes, present, and make it happen. Winners fail 1,000,000 times. What makes them a winner is that they believe and they're headstrong. Nothing's going to stop them, present. There is no excuse for not being the hardest worker. Yeah, someone might be bigger, stronger, faster, quicker, younger, whatever else, present. But there is no excuse to not be the hardest Rahim worker. No longer are we going to accept rhymes in society's rhyme. The reason that we are average is a weak mentality, present. We must believe it so much that we're arrogant about it. We must be soft for excellence. The easy route never pays well. The only route in life that pays well is the hard road, present. When you want something, don't expect everybody to say, oh, you want this? Oh, great, we want to give this to you. No, many doors will be closed in your face, present. Many loans that you will want, they say no, you don't have enough credit. And most people will give up. But you've got to decide that I'm going to be fearless. I refuse to be denied, present. And I'm going to go all out. Put yourself in a position where you can't retreat, where it's do or die, sink or swim. Here's what you find out, present. You'll develop incredible swimming skills through the inspiration of desperation. You become more creative than ever before. Throw your whole self into it. If you dare to be great, present. If you dare to do something that you've never done before, if you dare to go to limits that you've never gone to before, they will remember your legacy forever, present. Don't let nobody steal your dream. Don't stop, don't stop, don't stop running towards your dreams. The rough times are going to come. But they have not come to stay, they have come to pass, present. Don't say, I'm having a bad day. Say, I'm having a character building day. When you have fear, fear makes you think in ways you shouldn't be thinking. When you have fear, present, fear makes you speak in a certain way. But when you have faith, you don't need to count. When you have faith, you don't need to go outside. When you have faith, present, you don't need to see how many horses. When you have faith, you don't need to see how many armies. When you have faith, you don't need to see how many swords. When you have faith, represent, you don't need to count no shields. When you have faith, you just believe and it'll happen. You concentrate on this opportunity, you don't worry about tomorrow, present. You concentrate on this opportunity with all your might, with all your soul, with all your heart. You focus on this and tomorrow will take care of itself, present. Write down at least 5 reasons why you won't give up. What's going to make you unstoppable? Why you must be unreasonable? Because logical, practical thinking says you can't do it today, present. But if you want to produce unreasonable results in your life, you've got to be an unreasonable person. You've got to be an uncommon person, present. It's very important for you to believe that you are the one, that you are entitled to this. You're supposed to have this. This is your calling. This is your time, present. When you no longer focus on the obstacles, when you no longer care what people think or what they might say, when you no longer find the need to seek their approval, it's done, present. When the pressure within you is greater than the pressure outside of you, everybody wants to be a beast. Everybody wants to be number one. Everybody wants to be the best, present. Everybody wants to succeed. Everybody wants to have, to be, and do what they feel they've been called to do. The challenge becomes that most of us, when it's time to do what beasts do, present, we don't do it. So E.T., what do you mean? Look, I told you I wake up at 300 in the morning, just woke up recently, and it was 2:45. The average person in me said, E.T., present, just pull the covers back over here. It's okay, you got 15 minutes. The phenomenal in me said, E.T., if you go back to sleep for those 15 minutes, present, there's no guarantee you're going to get up at 300. If you go back to sleep right now, you might wake up and it's 400. You might wake up and it's 500. You might wake up, present, and it's 6 yodal. All you have is right now are those 15 minutes that's sweet, that you're going to push back your dream, that you're going to push back your goal, present. Everything you've ever wanted, son, you're right there. You're so close. You're closer than you've ever been before. Those 15 minutes are not worth the rest of your life. Present, those 15 minutes are not worth you slipping down the chart. That is not worth it, because you wake up at 30:30, some other kid's getting up at 3:00. He's got 30 minutes on you today. So, present, I need you not only to want to be a beast, I need you to get in beast mode and stay in beast mode. I need you to put on beast mode. I need you to live in beast mode. Everybody's got a dream, present. Everybody's got a goal. Everybody wants something in life. But many of you in this room right now, your beast mode is idle. Your beast mode is not turned on. When you leave this place, present, I'm telling you, your life is going to go to a whole nother level if you can learn to turn that switch on and keep that switch on. When you want to become a diamond, present, your whole attitude changes, your whole mindset, your thinking, your relationships, the decisions that you make, how you spend your time and your energy, all of it changes. See, present. This is something that you can't be in this business. This business has to be in you. So I'm telling you, in life, you start running from a class, present. You start running from a subject that you don't like, and it will haunt you for the rest of your natural life. It ain't going nowhere, present. You got to take that thing out like you got to take the breath out. So some of y'all are afraid of math. Go after it. Go get it. Go in there and get that grade. Present. You go in there and get that information so you can pass that class. You got to go get it. I want you to go in confidence that you've never had before in every John in your life. Slay them. Present. You go back and slay them. I'm tired of people talking about I want to be successful. I'm tired of people saying I want to be great. Look, everybody wants to be a beast. Present. And now it's time to do what real beasts do. Let me tell you something that means getting up early and going to bed late. That means you don't go to sleep when you're tired. Present. You go when you're done. So remember, success is never on discount and greatness ain't never on sale. I challenge you to have more. I challenge you to do more. I challenge you to be more. Present. You got to get this beast mode. You got to embody beast mode. Everything about you has to say, I ain't playing if it's to have. I'm going to get it, and I ain't leaving none of it behind. Present. It's mine. A beast mode, you go after it and you give it all you have. If you lose, at least you tried. Man, I failed. It's 10 times more of a man than someone who said, present, what if? Because what if never went into the arena in life. It's not the genetic guy who wins or the guy with the most potential that wins. Present. It's the person with the greatest perseverance that wins. Always willing to get up and go at it again and go at it again. That's the guy who has his hand raised later in life, guys. Present. That's the guy you need to be. Every true leader, they're called weird, they're called eccentric. When you do the things of real leadership, you're going to be called strange. Present. Get strong enough in your own skin that when people laugh at you or when they throw stones at you, you keep on going. What are you going to do now? How are you going to control that now? Present. How are you going to flip it upside down and say, Roger that, now I'm going to harness this, and you're going to read about me years from now. Everybody who rolled you in the past, present. They're going to have to feel you. They're going to have to see you. Don't get even. Don't worry about getting even when you already beat the odds. Present. You want to make your dream come true. You got to stay focused. Some people would rather get even than get ahead. Stay focused on where you want to go.